you're always learning. I mean, I think I've learned, everything that I know about business through the, Ray-Ban group and the leaders that we have here and my dad. And, so I don't know. It's tough, a tough question. I mean, I think that like, as far as things that we saw as failures or things to learn from, you're always trying new things and failing and in business and learning from that. Specifically, I would say, I don't know. That's a good question.
The easy blunt stuff is when we lose a bunch of money.
Right.
How do you
that's
do it?
the easy stuff.
You got to look into how you lost it, right? That's probably a simple thing.
Yeah.
You
Or
see
a
daily,
business
right?
that that may have been started that didn't go as expected, and maybe there wasn't enough. I think that one thing, my dad's great at sales and building relationships and building these businesses. Maybe not as good at doing some of the digging into details or research prior to making some decisions, and that's something that I think that he surrounds himself with people that do that, and that's something that I think that I'm slower to.
I usually ask at least 3 people what they think about a business I'm looking at starting, and I get fair answers from them, and then go with it. Usually, if 2 out of 3 like the idea, I usually ask people.
If 0 out of the 3 don't like the idea, and then you still go with it?
No, sometimes it's happened once or twice. But.
Well, let me ask both of you all a question. And for all startup entrepreneurs or business owners who are definitely trying to go from entrepreneur to company, because you both have done it, right? What are probably some pitfalls that you all think that, and again, from a millennial aspect of it, as where you're at and you're growing, and then of course for you having $1.5 billion in revenues plus, what are some pitfalls that you both see that like, man, people nowadays, if they were just to watch out for this, that might be an issue.
Well, so one of the things that Austin will tell you is my issue is sometimes hiring people I trust that I probably don't do enough due diligence. And they may not bad people, they're just culturally not a fit, right? So I mean, I can think of one that right now that Austin and a couple others said, okay, yeah, maybe he's a good guy, maybe he's really smart, he or she, right? But culturally, no way they're going to fit into our core values, right? And I'm like, come on, that's easy. These are easy core values. They're good people. They'll fit, right? Well, there's a couple of times that Austin's been right, my wife's been right, and other leaders and friends in our business have been right. And so I'm not always right there. I trust first always instead of really. And again, if they're good people, I just think it'll work out. Because good people don't necessarily match culturally with my core values or somebody else's, right? Mm-hmm. So that's probably my biggest thing is jumping into relationships that way that probably aren't the best fit. And I think that happens a lot. I think people jump into relationships or hire people or teammates or partners even, right? That probably culturally and core value-wise don't match. I think to me, that's a huge problem. That I didn't realize 15 years ago.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I think that one of the biggest things that for me is really important is understanding the things that I'm not good at or don't want to do. And because if I don't want to do it, then I'm not going to become good at it, right? I can learn it and I can do it and I can get through it if I need to. But if I don't enjoy it, then I'm not going to become really good at it. And I think this is something that my dad had always talked about was surrounding yourself with good people. So kind of back to the cultural fit and having good people on your team, but also so surrounding yourself with good people and then people that are better than you at the things that you aren't good at or don't necessarily want to focus on, and focus on your strengths, right, in business. I think that I forget what it was. It was either in a podcast that I was listening to or a book that I was reading. That it said, people always say focus on your weaknesses and getting better with your weaknesses, right? But there's also a good argument to be made about doubling down on your strengths and things that you're already good at and that you enjoy doing. Double down on that and become the best or the best that you can at that or the greatest at that.
That's really good.
But yeah.